Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm coming at you with a new video. We're going to be making a juicy spicy Ghanaian shito sauce. Shito is like a black pepper sauce filled with all sorts of goodness and yumminess, so please stay tuned. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe to watch more videos full of great recipes. Now without further ado, let's get straight into this video. Right, we're going to start this recipe off by talking about the ingredients that will form the base of our shito sauce. So the base ingredients will be onions, ginger and garlic. I'm using a selection of onions because I want to have that variety of flavour. So I've got 6 red onions here. I'm using the red onions because they're quite sweet in flavour, and that just adds an extra variety of flavour to the sauce. I'm using quite small onions, that's why I've got so many. I've got about 6 white onions here, and also I've got some shallots. I've got 5 shallots. I love cooking with shallots. If you watch my videos, you'll notice that I use a lot of shallots. The flavour is just really nice. And then I've got some ginger, and I've got about 15 cloves of garlic. We will now transfer these ingredients into a blender and blend to a fine paste. Right, so I have my blender here, and I'm just going to put these ingredients into the blender. I've packed out my blender, and now I'm going to blend this down. I'm just adding some sunflower oil here just to help me break down the ingredients. Do not add water. We are going to be controlling the moisture throughout this cooking process, so we will not be adding any water to this recipe. Okay, I'm back with the blended mixture, and this is the consistency we're looking for. It's a paste we need, guys. You need to make sure that you blend this down to a paste. That's why I added a little bit of oil just to bind the ingredients together. Once you're happy with the consistency, we can just move on to the next stage. As mentioned before, this recipe involves us eliminating a lot of moisture. So here I'm going to sieve our vegetables and try and drain out as much moisture as I can. This will basically reduce the cooking time. I'm squeezing all the moisture out here, as you can see, and look at all that moisture. We don't need that, so I'm just going to discard that and put the mixture to the side. And here is our paste after reducing most of the liquid. There's still liquid in there, but we will reduce it during the cooking process. Okay, so moving on to the next set of ingredients for our juicy shito sauce. We're going to be using ground crayfish. You should be able to get this from your local African Caribbean shop. You also need some shredded shrimp. This adds a great taste and gorgeous texture. And here I have some dried prawns. I got all these ingredients in my local African Caribbean shop in the dried fish section. So I'm just going to put these to the side for now. And finally I have some fresh jumbo prawns that I've washed and deveined. I'm just going to cut these up into some small bite-sized pieces. Season them, leave them to marinate for about 15 to 20 minutes, and this is going to create some fantastic texture in your shito sauce. Crunchy, nice pieces of juicy prawn. Just going to add a light seasoning over these prawns. I'm using a complete seasoning here. It contains onions, ginger and some herbs, and then I'm also going to use a ranch seasoning which also has some onions, ginger, garlic. I'm going to mix that together. You can use whatever seasonings you feel comfortable with, but keep the seasoning light. We don't want to overpower the sauce with the flavour of these prawns. Right, over to our stove now. I've got some sunflower oil in a pan here, and we're going to fry our bite-sized pieces of prawns until they're nice and crispy. I've left these to marinate for about 10 to 15 minutes, so into the fryer they go. I left my prawns to fry on a high heat for about 5 to 7 minutes. They're now quite crispy. I'm happy with the colour of them. As you can see close up, they're quite brown. And now I'm going to transfer them into a bowl and put to the side for later. We've prepped all of our ingredients, so let's start with our shito. We need some coconut oil. Ideally you need the organic Ghanaian coconut oil, but I don't have that, so I've just got a shop bought organic coconut oil. There's 500 grams in this container. Just mix that oil down until it dissolves. I'm also adding to this pot the remaining oil that we used to fry our prawns. It's got tons of flavour, so we're going to include all of that in. Allow your oil to get really hot before you add your next ingredient. We're going to go in now with our onion mix. Put all of your onion mix in slowly and let that fry. This sauce is fried, so there's a lot of oil involved. Don't be scared about the amount of oil because it's needed. Our pot is foaming and that is exactly what we're looking for, so just continue to add all your mixture in and stir. This recipe involves a lot of stirring. It also involves a lot of patience, so you just got to keep stirring every couple of minutes, just to ensure that it doesn't burn at the bottom of the pan. And guys, you seriously need a lot of patience when making shito, so don't rush it. Just take your time and just keep stirring. As you can see, I've mixed my paste really well, and now I'm ready for my next ingredient. I'm going to use some tomato puree. So I'm going to use about 1/3 of this tube of tomato puree, not too much. We don't want to overpower our sauce with tomato flavour. So I've got about 1/3, and mix really well, guys. Mix that in and just keep mixing. Again, this recipe, I will not stress it enough, it requires a lot of patience. At this point, I'm going to add my seasoning. So I'm going to put in 2 Maggie cubes here. I'm using the crayfish Maggie cubes. I'm also going to add in some sea salt. So just a little bit of salt. In goes my salt. And then I'm just going to mix that thoroughly. Have a little taste. Make sure I'm happy with the flavour. And now I'm going to add in some scotch bonnet. I blended this off camera. Just dry scotch bonnet in a blender. And I'm just going to add that in and mix some more. Time to pop the lid back on and leave for a good 15 minutes before putting our next ingredient in. Please remember to keep stirring during this process. Do not leave it for 15 minutes without stirring or it will burn. So here I am 15 minutes later, stirring the pot, and I'm about to put my next ingredient in. Right, for the next ingredient, I'm going to add in some chili powder. I've got 3 tablespoons of chili powder here. I like mine quite spicy, but you can adjust this to your own taste. So in goes my chili powder, and now I'm going to stir that in. Again, we are controlling our moisture, so if you've noticed, all the ingredients that I'm adding are all dry. So next, on to the next ingredient, which is nutmeg. I've got 1.5 tablespoons of nutmeg, and I'm going to put that in. And I've also got 2 tablespoons of curry powder. So in goes the curry powder, and again, just stir and mix that thoroughly. Keep stirring the bottom of the pan so it doesn't burn. As you can see, our sauce is getting darker and the oil has risen to the top. Guys, we need plenty of oil for this recipe, so if you haven't got a lot of oil on the top of your sauce, don't be afraid to add more. I'm now going to pop the lid back on and leave my sauce to cook for a further 15 minutes before adding my next ingredient. Again, guys, please do not forget to stir this. Do not leave this on the pot and go and sit down. You do not want burnt shito. It does not taste nice. So stirring is imperative to this recipe. Continuously stirring your shito for it to cook thoroughly and nicely. 15 minutes later, and I'm about to add the next ingredient, but first I'm going to wipe down the side of my cooker because the oil is splattering. I've decided to use my grease splatter guard just to prevent the oil from getting everywhere. If you're interested in purchasing one of these, I'll leave the link in the description down below. We are now going to add our next set of ingredients in. I'm just giving it a quick stir. So now we're going to add the fun stuff. So here's the ground crayfish that I showed you earlier. So we're going to pour all of that in. Don't worry, guys, I'm going to list all the ingredients and the quantities used in the description box below. Give that a quick stir and then we'll add in the rest. And now I'm going to go in with our ground shrimp. I'm going to put all of that in. In goes all of that. I'm going to give that a good stir. Then add our ground dry prawns. In goes all of that. We're going to stir that and mix everything together now. And this is what our sauce looks like now after adding all our dried ingredients. It's now taking shape. It's not ready yet. I'm actually going to add a little bit more oil to this mixture because it's drying out a little bit. So I'm going to add some more vegetable oil. So in goes. I'm just eyeballing it, but just enough to like cover the top a little bit, and then mix that. Our sauce is really starting to come together now, as you can see. The total cook time so far is 45 minutes, obviously continuously stirring. So now's the perfect time to add our crispy prawns, the prawns that we fried earlier on. So in goes all of them. In hindsight, I wish I actually bought a bigger bag of prawns, because once you cook them down, they reduce. But for now, this will be perfect. And just stir that thoroughly so it's immersed into the sauce. Pop the lid on and leave for a further 10 minutes. Come back 10 minutes later, all the oil should be on the top, and you continue to stir. As you can see, guys, our shito is ready. The color is beautiful, the texture is fantastic, and it looks right. So the total cooking time was 60 minutes. We continuously stirred and added oil when needed, so we have to ensure that there's plenty of oil in this sauce. It's the oil that actually preserves the sauce. You're not going to eat the oil, obviously, but we just have to make sure that there's enough oil in there to ensure that the sauce doesn't go bad. And there you have it, guys, the tastiest Ghanaian shito. Definitely give this recipe a try, you will not regret it. Allow your shito to cool right down and then transfer into a jar. As you can see, all the oil is risen to the top, exactly how we want it, and our juicy sauce is at the bottom. There's nothing left to do now apart from tuck in. Or add this to your banku, add this to your fried fish, your wache, anything, just rice on its own. An amazing flavor. Please try this recipe and comment down below on how it turned out and what you enjoy eating your shito with. I hope you enjoyed watching this video, and if you did, please give me a thumbs up. Also, please don't forget to subscribe to catch me on the next video. Until then, guys, see you later. Have a blessed week.